What's going on, guys? Welcome back to another Boosted Lucky video. So today I wanted to sit on here, get one-on-one with y'all, talk about what's kind of been going down, what happened at Texas 2K, and really just try to give everyone some insight on what's going down with the channel. So we have a lot of big updates, a lot of really good stuff has been happening behind the scenes. A lot of crazy stuff has also been happening behind the scenes, and we'll kind of get into all of that. So the first topic we're going to hop into is Texas 2K. What happened? Why did it happen? And what I could have done to prevent it. To start with, right, I should have had the car put back together a lot sooner than, just a weekend or a couple days before the event. The cards that were dealt to me, that's the way it went down, man. Realistically, I was waiting on a couple of some badass parts to put on the car. We got it back together and we went out to test, but I couldn't understand what was going on with the brake pedal, why the car was necessarily porpoising off the line, so bogging, if you will, and that was the converter on its way out. The car wouldn't flash a converter, the car wouldn't hold the foot brake, just kept pushing through. That was the major issue. And at Texas 2K, my very first pass, people can see the car literally pushes through the brakes. I trip the beams. I try to stop and regather everything so I can it's qualifying. You get 3 qualifiers and you get the round of eliminations if you qualify. So my first qualifying pass, the car pushes through the brakes, breaks the beams, and it comes to a halt. Then I get back into it and the car makes the first shift, and as it's going into the second shift, man, it just bang, pops really loud. I didn't know what it was, but the car was still good, so I kept going, and it ended up running a 10 something. I think it was a 10 something or it was an 11. It was a some time. So first round of qualifying did not go well at all. The car started acting weird, and I was able to drive the car back to the pits, but after that, man, the converter was just done. We ultimately took the car back to the shop, put another torque converter in there, got it, on a test drive, got it up on the converter and flashed it, and the car was holding it. Seemed like it was relatively good. What I didn't know was when it made that really big ass bang, it really hurt the input shaft on the transmission. From that point in time, we went out there for our second round of qualifying, left, car seemed like it was doing fine, and then as soon as I got almost to the 8th mile, bang. Input shaft, let's go, leaves the chat completely. People were saying that I was still in the gas, not understanding that basically when your input shaft snaps, there's nothing connected with the transmission and the motor anymore. It's just going to do what it's going to do, whether I put it in a neutral, whether I try to turn the car off, which it won't do that because of the safety settings in the car. When you pop a drive shaft, input shaft, or something in the drive line of the car, it will not want to shut it. It will not let you shut it off until it's at a complete stop. Sorry, it was getting dark in here. I had to take my lens filter off. Car pops the input shaft, and when that happened, man, I mean, it really sucked because that's an expensive transmission. But parts break. There was no way to know that it was about to fail, and we just went out there every single pass, nuts hanging, thinking that it was going to stay together, and it didn't. We wanted to make a really good qualifying pass. We wanted to, get well into the 7s and stuff. And I mean, it just wasn't in the cards for us on that day. So instead of just holding our heads down, crying a bunch of little babies and stuff, we said, okay, we're not about to just lay down and quit if we still have the ability to fight. We got other options. So we went up to the shop. I had a stock transmission there that we were going to use, and we were like, okay, we can run a boost only pass with this and qualify and see what we can do on nitrous, because we've had a car that's been 840s on a stock transmission with some spray, but my car is making significantly more power, and it also weighs 4,410 pounds. My options were limited. We went out there on a stock transmission, got the car back together, and this is when even more drama started, because these guys pushed their car all the way from the back of the line all the way to the front, trying to race when we're just here trying to qualify. And you know, we went out there boost only. I guess they had something to prove, and you know, we lined up and the cars went down the track. I did what I wanted to do as far as qualifying, so I could race on Sunday, and we were gonna swing for the fences and see if the car would hold it and stay together for even just one pass. And ultimately, first round of eliminations, the car literally wouldn't even do a burnout really, and as soon as I tried to launch with the car, the transmission just disintegrated. And that's what happened. So the car broke 3 times. It's a part of racing. Parts break. It's a 4,400 pound car, you know, on spray, making a lot of power. And it's a lot to ask that little bitty input shaft, as well as, you know, a stock transmission when we put a stock one in there to hold all of that. Let alone a built transmission holding all of that power. So it is what it is. Texas 2K is done, you know, and I can't do nothing about it but just, you know, make the car faster and get back out there. And a lot of people were upset, or I guess rejoiceful, because I talked a lot of smack to my buddies who I'm cool with, and we make, you know, videos on the internet, but I guess everyone else decides to take offense to it or get really butthurt about it, and you know, thinks that it applies to them. Which, I mean, if the shoe fits, wear it. 90% of the people who were talking can't even qualify for Texas 2K, let alone compete in an event like that. This was my first year there. I feel like if parts weren't, you know, an issue, I would have done really well, but that's not what happened. It is what it is. I didn't bitch, I didn't moan. We didn't lay down like some hoes, and we went out there and we ran our race. Can guarantee you that's never gonna happen again, but you know, it is what it is. Now we have some extra parts. We're changing up the program, doing some different things that's gonna hold all the power, and I'm excited. So, you know, that's what happened at Texas 2K. And I mean, I don't know how many times I have to say the car broke, but I think running consistent low 8-second passes in this heavy of a car with a lot of belt slip, it is what it is. I'm very confident that we got our belt slip issue fixed, which is why we started finding the limits of all of these other built parts on the car. I can't wait to get the car back out there and run it some more. Right now we're waiting on some parts to throw it back together. Nothing is wrong with it. You know, it's just sitting waiting for some parts. And even more drama happened after Texas 2K. I got a visit from the boys, and I'm pretty sure people know who I'm talking about. And you know, my car got took, and I got it back. I'm still here making videos, and you know, we'll see what comes of that. But other than that, life is really, really good. I got some really big announcements coming. We're doing a whole remodel in the garage. I got more tools, more parts. I got some wishy things coming, and I'm really excited. So at the end of the day, life is what you make it. If you want to lay down, quit, cry like a bitch, moan, complain about things not going your way, I mean, hey, that's, you know, your choice. But if you're like me, we're not going to lay down. We're going to exert every option that we have until we can't fight anymore. And that's what we did at Texas 2K. That's how I live my life. And that's just what it is. I've lost plenty of races. I've won plenty of races. And at the end of the day, I know who I am. I know what I'm about. And I know that I've shown a lot of that story and shared the ups and downs and everything with my community, and even, you know, the haters that watch me. So I'm gonna keep doing my thing, making videos and whatnot. The situation with the boys is why things were kind of moving a little slow, because I wanted to lay low a little bit, try to figure out what was going on. But honestly, things are gonna be okay. Life is beautiful. I'm excited to see what's next. So just want to keep you guys updated. More videos are coming out here really soon. We're getting parts for the Charger rolling in, wide body kit, turbo, suspension, wheels, tires. About to, you know, just go ham with this thing. So that's what my next few videos are going to be about. The Challengers, you know, like I said, just waiting on a couple parts, and that's going to be back out, and we're going to be at some race events with that. And we might even do some stuff with the truck here soon. So we got a lot of special content coming. I'm really excited, and I hope you guys are too, and I'll catch you guys on my next upload.